Once again, man, welcome back to Hoops and Brews. It's been a minute, but now we are. I feel like at this point we are halfway through with the season. Honestly, like I think once you get to All Star break at this point, it's like what 30 games left, damn near.
Yeah, yeah. It's the
Yeah,
it's the lesser half of the season after the All Star
yeah,
break.
yeah. So we really get into the actual NBA season. Obviously, the Super Bowl is tomorrow. Before we get into anything, Joe, tell the people how you've been doing. Get your plug in, and I also want to hear your Super Bowl winner and why.
Oh, it was a good job. I've been solid, man. Same thing, working a lot. I'm excited for All Star Weekend, which is gonna be in my hometown for the first time ever. I think that's gonna be cool.
Facts.
They're doing the
First
Rising
time ever
Stars.
in Eagle. I don't know if it's the first time ever
Actually,
in
I
Inglewood.
can't confirm that actually because they might have
Yeah,
had a
yeah. I can't.
yeah.
I cannot
I'll say,
confirm it.
all right, to be fair, I'll say first time in my lifetime.
Fair,
First time
fair,
in my
fair, fair,
lifetime.
fair,
It's
fair.
been it's been in Inglewood, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm gonna be working, but I'll be at all the events. They doing like a Michael Jordan festival over there by Inglewood High School. It should
A
be pretty
Michael
cool on
Jordan
Thursday.
festival.
Yeah, they built like this giant right next to Inglewood High, like a big old Jordan brand building right next to Inglewood High. I think it's just temporary, but it looked
Okay,
nice. I drove by it a couple of times. That should be fun.
that's dope.
And then yeah, for the Super Bowl, I got the Seahawks, man. Just mainly, I think they're the better team. I think they're the more experienced team, and also just think that the way they did the Rams in the NFC Championship, the way Donald has been playing, the momentum. I think that if Donald can figure out the Rams, a team that he's the only kryptonite in the NBA. I mean, in the league, if he can figure them out, I think he shouldn't have too much of an issue dishing it out against the Patriots. So I expect him to ride that momentum, his extreme high he's on at having a hell of a run over the last 2 years. I think he's only lost like 4 games in total between the Vikings and the Seahawks. And then for him
Yeah.
to overcome that that chip on the shoulder he had with the Rams. That was the one team that was consistently slowing down about the playoffs last year. He barely edged by him this year, but in the same game he threw like 4 picks. So it's just the fact that he was able to get over that. I think his confidence is a little too high, and I think that he's gonna ride that momentum over into a Super Bowl win for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks just had a better football team, just in general. Shout out to Patriots. Obviously, they made it there. They made it to the Super Bowl. But even how they made it, obviously, like Bo Nix was hurt.
Yeah, they played against CJ Stroud.
Yeah, CJ Stroud. Shout out CJ, but they played against CJ Stroud. Bo Nix was hurt, obviously with the ankle issue. Also the fact of like the Broncos could have won that football game. Like I thought that Sean Payton had a little too much dip on the ship and like wasn't trying to take the like, bro, just take the points. Like I know we in this new era of like the NFL, where people want to the analytics and everything else. But like, bro, if you got 3 points on the board, especially in the playoffs, bro, just take the points.
Especially when that's
Especially
your
when you
offensive
have a
weapons look
back,
the way they look without your
yeah,
quarterback.
yeah, yeah. Especially when you have a backup in a game. And if I'm not mistaken, what they lost the game by what 3 points?
They lost by 3. It was 17.
Like so, like you know what I'm saying. You should have took the points, but I'm with you on the Seahawks winning. I'm excited for the halftime show. Shout out Bad Bunny.
You excited for that, man?
Listen, the reason why I'm excited, I've been like doing a deep dive and translating some Bad Bunny lyrics recently. And I'm like, yo, my man's low key be saying some shit we just don't know because it's in Spanish. But my man's low key be saying some stuff. And also just, knowing Spanish speakers and knowing people part of that community and like that side of the world, just seeing how excited that they are for I guess a representation of like their style of music on this big stage. I think it's dope. So I will be enjoying myself tomorrow, and I honestly think the day after the Super Bowl should be a American holiday. I don't think anybody should have to work the day after the Super Bowl.
I don't think it's that serious, but
I
I
think
mean,
that's serious, bro.
it
It's that
is, but it's
bro.
not. I mean, like,
Like,
nah.
bro, it is the Super Bowl is a unofficial American holiday, bro. Like, it is literally a U.S. holiday.
That's why it's on Sunday.
Yes,
Sunday is basically a holiday, somewhat a holiday in itself.
yes, I
Like
agree.
the mail don't run, and half the world is
I agree.
on Sundays already.
I agree, but we need more. We need more. But moving on, NBA trade deadline. Obviously, the deadline was what was it Thursday? Thursday.
Yeah,
Was I think it ended at what 1 p.m. LA time? I think it was
yeah, 1 or 12, one or the other.
1 to 12. Obviously, Giannis didn't get moved. Ja didn't get moved. I guess those are probably the two biggest names that didn't get moved. Even though like I didn't really expect Giannis to get moved, to be honest with you, just because like I just think number one, Giannis is hurt, which I think that people forget. Like Giannis is hurt, and he's hurt with his second calf strain. Like his third, bro, he had like 3 calf strains in like 3 years.
He has had a lot of those.
A lot of calf strains, a lot of soft
That's a dangerous injury
Yeah.
considering the history of that, going calf strains in the league right now.
Especially right now. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, the next thing with the calf strain is Achilles going. So, like, I didn't think he was gonna get moved because of just the fact that, like, I thought the asking price would be way too high, especially for
somebody who's hurt. Yeah,
exactly for a person who's hurt, who, like, okay, you think, all right, if I get him in my system, cool, we could do whatever. But, like, it's Giannis, you got to work. Like, it's not like going to get a 3-and-D guy. Like, if you go get Giannis, you got to, like, build your team around Giannis. And if you're going to build your team around Giannis, that requires Giannis doing a lot. And Giannis doing a lot off a calf strain is a little bit whatever to me. And then I didn't think Ja was going to get moved because I just thought Memphis wasn't going to get enough. And I think that Ja should just stay in Memphis, bro. Like, I don't like
stay in Memphis. I don't know, man. I think that bridge is burned at this point. It just seems like you beating it. Him staying in Memphis is kind of you beating a dead horse. I don't see him reviving his career there.
Why not?
It's dead, man. You see him arguing with his teammates and stuff. It just seems hostile. It don't seem like it just. It's
people like, argue with their teammates all the time.
But like, it's just too much has happened, man. Like,
what happened besides him being a fucking? Well, okay, I don't want to. Let me use
that's a pretty big deal, brother.
What happened besides him doing foolish off the court activities? What has really happened?
That's a pretty big deal. The whole empire has came down, and Memphis was taking the league by. They were supposed to do what OKC is right now, and now
I agree.
And they're rebuilding 3 years later.
I agree.
It's like everything has kind of fallen, and it just doesn't seem like he's invested in him anymore. It doesn't seem like that's what's everybody's going. They just traded Jaren. They just traded. They traded obviously. They traded Bane in all season. Like, it's just they're moving in that direction to where get everybody up out of here. They have a ton of picks now, so I mean, it just seems like they're moving in a direction that does not involve Ja Morant.
But still, and I hear you, but at the same time, Ja's still 25, 26 years old. He's not 30, 31, 32, 33. He's still a younger player. I know the league is getting younger, but he's still a younger player. Like, it's not like he's, crazy. They don't have really any crazy contracts on their books anymore, which I think is one of the reasons why people got traded, was because this team still is in Memphis. Mm-hmm. Like this team still is in Memphis. It's not like this team is in LA or in New York or in Miami or in Phoenix, one of the bigger markets. Like, this team still is in Memphis. So we got to be cautious. Well, not cautious, but cognizant of that. But at the same time, like, I just think Ja has more to do there. And I also think you have to be careful when you saw my man, just the man I want to speak to. Cam, what's up, brother?
What's up, fellas?
Beautiful.
I want to, my man. Okay, well, actually, let me go back because I want to, because before we talk about the trade deadline, I want to get your thoughts because I know you're a football guy. Give me your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Who's gonna win and why?
Oh, Seahawks gonna win. Seahawks gonna win, and they're gonna take Seahawks in the over. Why they're gonna win? Shit, the New England Patriots have played good, but I think Seattle got the better squad. They got a better defense all the way around. They got the better defense. Excuse me. I think their offense is going to come down to Drake May versus Sam Darnold, and wow, I think the Seahawks just are a better, more well-rounded team. And so, therefore, offensively, defensively, and special teams, Seattle had the advantage on every line. Seattle wins this game. I'm saying 27-20, 27-17.
It'll be that close?
27-17?
27-17, something like that. It's gonna be
the only thing that worries me is the fact that everybody's picking the Seahawks. And I see in Vegas they're the heavy favorites and everybody's betting on the Seahawks. So you know how that typically goes. That's the only thing that really worries me about the Seahawks.
Well, you're right about that, but help me out. Tell me how you think Drake May is going to do against this defense, and how many points do you see Drake May and the New England Patriots putting up tomorrow?
I mean, the Patriots. I mean, Drake May was second in MVP. I know he's young, but he was one vote away from winning MVP and one of the youngest MVPs we've seen in a very long time. He does.
Hold on, wait. They actually named Matthew Stafford MVP already?
Yeah, he's official. Yeah. Matthew Stafford got 24 votes and Drake May got 23 votes. But look, I mean, I know he's young, but he's still a heck of a player. I mean, he almost accomplished something we haven't seen in a very long time. If ever. He does have a nice array of weapons over there. Stephon Diggs, obviously the veteran wide receiver, playing for some be huge for him to get a ring. Keyshawn Butte, the LSU.
The receivers are not going to beat Seahawks cornerbacks.
Man, I'm not impressed by the Seahawks. Did you see what the Seahawks cornerbacks are doing against the Rams? Tyreek Woolen had one of the biggest breakdowns we've seen from a DB in a situation like that. As one DB, I'm worried about on the Seahawks.
So now you want to compare the Rams receivers to Patriots receivers? Is that what you just did?
I did. I mean,
you want to compare Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams to who's over there on the Patriots?
Stephon Diggs, and I don't know who the hell the other guy is.
Hey, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. K-Shot Butte had arguably the best catch of the entire playoffs last week.
Does he compare to Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams?
He does not. But the Seahawks DBs is what you said is they would at least be able to hold their own somewhat. You know, I would expect them to be able to hold their own somewhat. They failed to do that. I just
don't see how the Patriots win this game.
And the Patriots also they have to get the ball to Trey Ryan.
Listen. The Patriots, they haven't played the Rams. Okay, they haven't played the Rams. They haven't played the 49ers. The Seahawks. Man, Mike McDonald got these guys primed and ready to go.
You know who the Patriots have played? They played all the best defenses. They played the number one defense in their conference. They played the Texans. They played the Broncos. Those are two of the top defenses in the league, and they got through both.
To be fair, CJ Stroud played the Texans that day. CJ Stroud himself.
The defense is still out there. That defense is still under Derek Stingley.
I just want to say.
Those brothers are still out there. You still have to beat that. You still have to beat that defense. They have been playing against. What the Seahawks ain't seen no defenses like the Patriots have seen.
The Seahawks have.
They want defense that compares to the team.
You brought me on here to talk some hoop. Now, why you guys got me on here to try to talk to you? Man.
Play the team with a defense like the Broncos or the Texans?
But they haven't.
What?
Did the Broncos have a second string quarterback playing?
You just flipped the whole.
You tell me. You said he played. No. You said
my question. I was right.
You asked did he play a good defense, bro? You act like they blew somebody out. They won 10-7.
I mean, it's playoff football in a snow game. It was 6 degrees and fucking it was a national game. That wasn't a regular snow. No, it's not gonna be snowing tomorrow. That's what will benefit the Patriots as well. I'm just saying, man. I don't want to. I think it's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be 13-10. It's gonna be 13-10 tomorrow. It's gonna be 13-10.
Oh my God, that's not what I'm saying.
What score do you think?
Joe.
I'm just saying the Patriots. Wait. They still had to make their way here.
Cam, let me preface all of this by saying, before you got on the pod, this man Joe picked the Seahawks to win.
I did.
He picked the Seahawks to win. So I don't know why he's arguing with you right now. He's arguing for the sake of arguing because he picked the Seahawks to win.
I don't think the Patriots are some walkover. That's all. I don't think that. I think they already.
What do you see the score? What do you see the score tomorrow?
I'll say like 30-20.
Okay.
All right, man. Moving on.
We say the same thing.
Moving on.
NBA. Who you got, Pavy? Who you got?
Seahawks.
Okay.
I think the Seahawks had a better football team.
Scary part about the Seahawks. Everybody picking them.
I think the Seahawks have a better football team, but again, it's one game on Sunday. You never know what can happen. It's one game on Sunday. You never know what can happen. And also, I think that if Drake May can win this early in his career, he's really Teflon for forever, honestly. If he can win, literally forever.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Again, granted. I don't. But also, I would love to see Sam Darnold just as far as just like a redemption story, right? Like a guy who came.
What's a better story? Is the better story Sam
Darnold? In my personal opinion, Sam Darnold, like a guy who was written off, labeled him a bust. I think that the biggest moment of his, I think the biggest moment of his career before the last 2 years was him saying, "I'm seeing ghosts" on the sidelines. He was basically a meme, literally. And for him to come out and do what he did last year in with the Vikings, and they ship him off, and then now he winds up in Seattle and goes 14-2. What is 14? Whatever the record was.
14-3.
Yeah, 3 again, and he's in a Super Bowl this year. I think the best story is Sam Darnold, in my personal opinion, and what I'm saying, like, you love to see guys fall down and get back up. So I think that would be the best story in my personal opinion. Drake May, I love you. I think you'll be dope. I think you got a great career ahead of you, but I think that Sam Darnold would be the best story. But moving on to a guy who we've all covered for the most part, that we all loved for the most part. Cool guy, man. Zubac always answer my questions. I always fucked with Zoo. But he got traded, obviously, to the Pacers. The Clippers received, if I'm not mistaken, Benedict Mathurin, and they received Isaiah Jackson. And they also, I think, received
protected first this year.
It's kind of weird. A protected first this year, and then if they don't get it, it rolls into 31, I think.
Fair. So, I mean, what do we think about the deal, man? Like, what do we think about Zubac going to the Pacers? And also, what do we think about? I guess honestly, I should probably change the thing to just the Clippers as a whole, but I guess we can get to that. But but first and foremost, I want to focus on the Pacers aspect. What do we think about Zubac to the Pacers?
I thought Zubac's in the Eastern Conference is like he's gonna dominate the Eastern Conference because there's really no sense who does he have to compete with? He has the boys in Cleveland. He has the boys in Cleveland. He has Anthony Davis in Washington. Who tell me who he has to?
Joel Embiid is back.
Well, I mean, really, I mean, it depends on if he plays Tuesday or Thursday. I mean, we don't know what that's going to be in Philly. He doesn't have a lot to compete with.
It's hitters over there. You tripping? Jalen Duren as an all-star for the first time. Karl Anthony Towns is a Knick.
Okay. That's fair. There's a couple guys, but I think this really helps these guys. It helps solidifies their defense. They had a defensive player. He feels.
I'm not at all mad at this quote from
Easy.
I'm not mad at that quote.
That's a great tandem right there. That is a great tandem. I mean, Zoo does what doesn't Zoo do? He doesn't shoot threes. And me personally, I don't care if my big man doesn't go outside the tip point range. Me personally, so I'm good with everything Zoo does. He's not great at one particular thing. He does a lot of things very well, and I think he'll fit into the Pacers. He'll add some defensive rebound into the Pacers, and that's what they needed. They need an unselfish big like that, and that's what a lot of teams need. And Zoo fits that role very well for the Pacers. I think it's a good replacement to Miles Turner.
I mean, personally, go.
All right, personally, I agree. I think what makes this so valuable for the Pacers and what makes them give up, all the picks that they did give up, is the fact that Zubac is on one of the best contracts in the league. So you're getting a rebounding, rim running, big who can protect the paint a little bit at 18, 19 million a year for about.
That's kind of why I thought he wouldn't get traded. That's why I thought he'd never get traded. But great point.
Like what you said, Zubac, he understands his role and he plays it very, 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 very well. Which is why Zubac, I think, has a long career ahead of himself in the league. He was rebounding is exceptional. He finishes around the rim well. I think this is good for him because the Pacers obviously like to play fast. I think Zubac, he can keep up. I mean, you just run up and down the court. Fill your role in the paint. I think that he'll blend in with the winning culture they have over there. This was a good pickup for them. Obviously, they had a hole there this season, losing Miles Turner. So I like it for him for sure. It's gonna be interesting to see when he gets there next season. He's gonna be paired with Halliburton. I think that'll be great. I think Zubac was amazing with Harden. That duo was, for the time they were together, was exceptional, specifically last season when he was almost an all-star. But I think Hallie will make it really easy for Zubac, and I think that this was a good move by the Pacers front office to go out there and grab Zubac. As long as that pick. They retain their pick. I'm hoping that they can keep that. It's protected. I think if it lands one, if they keep that pick, and this is a really, really, really good deal for the Pacers. But it could end up biting them in the back if they do not end up keeping that. If that pick does end up falling to the Clippers.
Somebody in the front office could be in trouble with that pick. Go ahead.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, like I think that we are in the. Granted, I know it's a great draft. but I think that we're also in the era where people overrate picks, right? Like, let's say you do get a top 10 pick. The top 10 pick and the player you draft may not be as good as Zubac. Like, can you name me 10 centers better than Ivica Zubac in the league right now? Can you name me 10?
Right.
Probably.
That's people overrate the picks, but the picks are a sign of hope. Like if you don't have, if the Clippers don't, Clippers.
No, Kim. I'm not speaking from the Clipper standpoint. From the Clipper standpoint, 1000%. I'm just saying, as far as like you saying somebody in the front office for like the Pacers, I'm saying like the person that you might have gotten back may not ever grow to be as big as Zubac. You know what I'm saying? So I think that,
okay, I see what you. I get that. I wasn't looking at from that aspect. That aspect, yes. But I think I still think the way that this pick is structured.
Isn't it like protected 1 through 10?
Is protected.
I think it's protected 1 through 4 is protected. 1 through 4 is protected. 5 through 9 it goes to the
exactly. Yeah. 5 through 9 go to the Clippers.
Yeah.
1 through 4 go to the Pacers. 10 through 30 go to the Pacers. Like that's a weird scenario. Weird. So
they might have traded the 5th pick in the draft for Zubac.
Right. Or the 6th pick.
I'm not mad at it.
Or the 7th pick. Were the Pacers plan to be next year? That's a good pick for. That's a good trade. That's a good trade for them. That's a good trade. And to your point, that's a good trade for them. However, if they end up giving that number 5 through 9 pick to the Clippers, like that changes the Clippers' life right there. That's a life-changing trade for the Clippers. And that's why I say somebody in the front office, because they're banking on percentages of them getting that 1 through 4 pick or the 10 through 30 pick.
Yeah, but yes, but at the same time, if I'm the Pacers, right, and I look at what I did last season, right, like I think that we overachieved last year. I think that we had a good team. We did win 50 games, but I think that we overachieved going to the finals last year. Right. Okay. We get Halliburton off of 18 months. He's healed. We were gonna have to pay Benedict Mathurin anyway. We probably don't want to pay Mathurin. You were probably gonna have to pay Mathurin 25 million, whatever million you were gonna have to pay Mathurin. We can get Zubac. Zubac's on contract for 3 more years.
Right.
Zubac is on contract for I think 3 more years at, like you said, 19-20 million a year. Siakam already got his money. Halliburton got his money. Halliburton got his bread. At this point, like we think that, and again, when we look at the conference next year, why the fuck can't we compete with beat New York? Why the fuck can't we compete with Detroit? Why can't we compete with these teams? And if we get Zubac, a guy who was 2nd team all defense last year, right? Like I think that next year in the East, shit. Granted, do I think it'll happen? No, I do not think it'll happen. I want to preface by what I'm gonna say, but no, I don't think it'll happen. But the Pacers could have 3 All-Stars. If they go out there and get the number 1 seed, they can have Zubac, Siakam, and Halliburton all in the All-Star game next season. Especially with the way that they structured it now, when they do the world thing, like they could genuinely have 3 All-Stars next season. So if I'm the Pacers, especially if I'm Indiana, like yes, we can get now. Granted, if you can go out and get you Derek Patterson, or you can go out there and get you, I don't know, AJ or Cam Boozer, 1000%, you go out there and do that. Or the guy from North Carolina, what's his name? Caleb Wilson.
So, they're banking on these young bucks to step up.
If you can go out there and get you one of those top 4 guys, which is why they kept the pick if it's top 4, you do that. But once you start going to the draft and you start going from 5 to 9, it's really a crapshoot. It's really a crapshoot. Like, we think the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th pick, even if it's the best draft, you think that pick gonna be like, bro, we can go back to the 2003 draft. The 8th pick was like Chris Kaman. Chris Kaman had a dope career. Chris Kaman had a dope career.
That's Zubac shit.
No, he better than Chris Kaman. Relax. Chris Kaman had a dope career. But I swear to God,
he wasn't transitional.
I swear to God, you could trade Zubac for Chris Kaman, and we gonna be all right, bro. We gonna be all right. If we lose out on Chris Kaman, we gonna be fine. If you go back to some of the most legendary drafts.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
the way you put that, yeah, this is a really good move for the Pacers. This is a really good move. I feel you.
I
this
love
is
it.
a really good
Like,
We're gonna have to look at the Clippers side of it, but yeah, it's a really good move for the Clippers. I hate to give.
Look, let's get into it right now. Like, again, I think that everybody agrees. I think everybody on here agrees that we love what, you know what I'm saying, the Pacers did at the deadline by acquiring Zubac. I think everybody loves this. But as far as the Clippers, man, I think in my personal opinion, as somebody who's played Mad 2K and somebody who does my GMO and tries to, like, you know, pick the worst teams and build them back up to strength, like, I think the Clippers did magical work at the deadline. You know, like magical work. Like, you have at least given yourself a future past the past 2 years. Right. And also you've given yourself a thing where it's like Kawhi can now retire as a Clipper, right? And still play.
Kawhi, yeah. You don't think they're gonna ban his contract? I think they're gonna ban his contract.
They might. They might.
One of the two. They
might. But listen, who knows what happens? I don't know what happens, but regardless, they've given themselves a future. Right, like I think that picking up Darius Garland, who's been a 1 or 2 time All-Star. Granted, he's had some injury issues, but he's been a 1 or 2 time All-Star. You got off Harden's deal, which I love Harden. I love what Harden has done for the squad.
That was magnificent. I like that move, especially because.
Why don't you like it, Joe?
I don't like it because I think that Harden has been the most reliable player the Clippers have had in a very, very long time. I think in an era like this where it's hard to come across stars.
The deal has been better than expected. The deal has been better than it was.
Is it really that good of a deal though? Darius Garland is not. He's been regressing ever since he made the All-Star team. He's been younger, bro. Harden, I would bet on Harden having at least about 4 or 5 more good elite years in the NBA. James Harden right now.
How many more years elite years in the NBA?
At bare minimum 3-4 more years of James Harden being elite. He's one of those guys, bro. Every once in a while you have to make an exception for the clock. Like you see it with Durant, you see it with Steph Curry, you see it with LeBron.
You were questioning James Harden 2 months ago. You was questioning James Harden 2 months ago.
It's better than Darius Garland ever will be, and he's 36.
Ooh,
better than Darius Garland ever will. It's better in every aspect of the game. He's a better scorer. He's a better passer. He's a better defender. He's a better everything. He's not even close. He's more durable.
You're not wrong in what you're saying. Will Garland be as good as James Harden is today? Probably not.
Ever.
But he's 10 years younger. He's not. He does his. The cost is there, but he's 10 years younger. The Clippers need to get younger and more athletic. With keeping James Harden, they were prolonging the need to rip off the Band-Aid and get rid of these old players. That's what I think. That's why I think that was a good move. You're not signing an old guy to $40 million. Come on, what are you gonna do?
He wanted a 2-year extension for $40 million both years. I'm not giving you that game.
Yeah, I'll take Harden. I'll take Garland for that. I'll take Garland for that.
I'm not giving you that, bro.
Now they got Garland and Mathurin. So they're gonna have to pay Mathurin somewhere.
That's fine.
In the 20-25 million. They need
it's
to be
not
younger.
40 a year.
It's not. They need to be younger and more athletic. Now they are younger and more athletic. As Pavy mentioned, they have a future that something they can plan some tools to move around with. They didn't have that a month ago.
They also have assets, right? Like, let's say, okay, we don't want to build. We want to go get guys right now. You can actually go get guys right now because you have things to give up to go get somebody. Like Zubac, like when you look at their roster, Zubac was probably the best asset that they had. Zubac was the best player on the best deal that they have. Now you have more first round picks. You have more second round picks. You have, even if you want to get off Mathurin, you can attach Mathurin with some picks to something else to go get you something else. If winning now is something that you want to do, you actually have a pathway to be able to do that. Like, we have to remember the Clippers team. Yes, they've had a great 3 months. They're still the 9th seed. Ninth
seed and trending upwards.
Remember this.
But again, trending upward, but they're the 9th seed, bro. Like,
trending upwards.
Like, none of us think the Clippers are making the finals.
Right.
None of us think that.
I mean, only two teams can make the finals in the league. Only one team.
Old players, though. They were in the ninth place, trending upward with old
35-year-olds.
Look,
yes, that wasn't sustainable. Joe, I think you believe that. Joe, when has Ty Lue done his best work?
When has Ty Lue done his best work?
Yeah, when has Ty Lue done his best work?
When he has veterans. When he has veterans.
Yeah. I think Ty Lue did his best work when he had Patrick Beverly, when he had Lou Williams, when he had who was a big man?
That was Doc Rivers, bro.
That was Doc Rivers.
That was Doc Rivers. That was
Doc. Excuse me. Who did they have? Who was the young squad that Ty Lue? That was Doc Rivers. No, that wasn't the young core.
No young core. They had PG.
Yeah, Ty Lue was veterans, G. When he had Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith.
Good, great point. Thanks for reminding me that. I'm thinking Ty Lue was in charge of that young core who was nobody was expecting anybody to win, and Ty Lue's gonna have a chance to play with somebody nobody's expecting to win. I think Ty Lue will do a good job when nobody's expecting these guys to win with this young.
Yeah, but let's also be honest about Ty Lue. Like, we may need to move on from Ty Lue. It's like it may be time to go out and get you a new coach. Go out and get you a different coach. Like, I don't think Ty Lue's done a terrible job. I think that a lot of it's been injury, just really bad luck.
Injuries,
and you can't really do anything about the bad luck. But at the same time, it might be time to turn the page on that era a little bit. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I hear you. I don't disagree with you. I don't know that. That's
what? Ty Lue been there 5 years? Ty Lue got hired.
19.
Ty Lue got hired in COVID, bro. Yeah, we still couldn't go outside.
That was.
We was still wearing masks when Ty Lue.
He's knocking the back door out that one.
I haven't seen a mask in a high school class, bro. You could be a freshman and be in college right now. The last time somebody was wearing a mask outside willingly. So no, not willingly, mandatorily. Mandatorily. So I don't really,
But to basically my opinion, I just think that since mid-December, the Clippers were the hottest team in the NBA. They had the highest win percentage. Nobody's been winning games like them. I think it was around 17-6 since then. You do not own your first round pick. You have a stadium. You have a brand new stadium. You're winning games. You grab the momentum. Your biggest issue was the fact that you didn't have your first round pick and you were damn near dead last in the conference. So you fix that issue. You turn into a hot basketball team. Kawhi Leonard is having a career year at 35, 36. I feel like you have no choice but to ride this momentum into as far as it can go until the wheels fall off. Joe,
they bring
it off 15, 14,000 per game, and now you just obliterate the whole thing.
Joe. Can I ask you a question? When you look at the rest of the Western Conference and you look at what the Clippers did this deadline, you think that they're gonna not be in the play-in?
Now?
Yes.
I don't think. Now,
wait, hold on, real quick. You just said Kawhi Leonard is having a career year. You said that.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm.
You bring in Benedict Mathurin, who I don't know if he's hurt right now, whatever, but Mathurin. Darius Garland has a hold on. Darius Garland has a toe, but it's a toe. It's not like he tore some shit. So I'm assuming Garland will be able to come back and give you some minutes. Derrick Jones will be able to come back. You still have John Collins. You still have Chris Dunn. Bojan Bogdanovic, I think, is hurt, but I'm pretty sure he'll come back at some point. You still have pieces and you still have guys. And you look at what Memphis did. Memphis just said, fuck it. Basically, Dallas just said completely fuck it.
Oh, my goodness.
The Kings aren't good. The Pelicans aren't good. They're still going to be a play-in team, bro. It's very hard for them not to make the play-in looking at the state of the bottom of the West.
The thing is, though, there's a lot of rumblings around Kawhi Leonard and what they're going to do because they're not supposed to bring the hammer down on that contract situation until after the All-Star break. So you don't know what's going on with that. Also, we've seen Harden held his own. He held that team. Literally, he does pretty much.
Also, real quick. Also, hold on, real quick. If you give the Pacers, Zubac's not hurt. Zubac never really be hurt. unless they find ways for him to be hurt. The Pacers might start winning more games. And if you look at the way that the draft lottery has gone in recent years, the worst. Wait, real quick. If you look at the way the draft lottery has gone in recent years, the worst team been getting like the 5th, 6th pick. It ain't been number one like it was back in the day when you had 25% odds of getting number one pick if you're the worst team. Utah was ass last year. They got Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey got pick 6. So if you give the Clippers Zubac, you think they might win a few more games, and you still may get a top 10 pick. If you do it all.
You tell me you get giving the Pacers the Zubac, you said? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Also, this team, like I said, Kawhi's having a great year, but you never know what's going to happen with him. You know, that knee could fall off at any time, that he could be suspended. He could be suspended. It's too much. And that team has been very, as somebody who's watched multiple Clipper games this year, that team has been very, very, very bad without Harden on the court. He does a lot for that team. He's irreplaceable.
He was good. He was good, Joe.
Darius Garland stepped on the basketball court.
Joe, he was good. He was good. He was good. Those expendables was not sustainable, Joe, and you know that.
What?
They had to do something, man. And this little move by Lawrence Frank, that was an excellent move.
When you don't have your first round pick, you can't do that. You can't sell. You can't do a fire sale when you don't have your first round pick. It's just not an option. You have to.
They didn't do a fire sale though.
That's not a fire sale. Two of their top 3 players.
But you added Mathurin and you added Garland. You literally. Mathurin's not trash. Hold on, he's not trash. Stop. He's not trash. He's not trash.
Garland made an offer and he's been regressing.
Because he's been hurt. Because he's been hurt.
Why is that going to change? That's the trajectory of his career at this point. He's a small injury-prone guard who can't guard nobody. He's off.
So in that aspect, you give up on Kawhi. In that aspect, you give up on Kawhi. From just based on what you just said, Kawhi's been injured, so let's just give up on him. We're done with him. I don't. I think you should have got better instead of selling everybody. You should have tried. If anything, you should have tried to get better. How would they didn't have anything to get better with. Now they have tools.
Exceptional basketball. They beat.
So was that the Clippers? Did the Clippers say they wanted to trade? Did the Clippers choose?
They beat a lot of good teams.
Did the Clippers choose to blow it up, or did James Harden say, "I want a new deal"? And he want to start focus on money that he deserved a year from now. Which was it?
I know. I'm saying the Clippers should have gave him that money. And
they shouldn't have given him money, man.
Yes, you do. When you have a valuable asset like James Harden, he wants to be here.
They paid
give James Harden. You listen. If you are the number 3 seed, fair. They started the season 6-17. Right. I'm not extending my 37-year-old, 38-year-old point guard. For 40, he's 37 years old. He old as fuck. He got drafted the year I graduated high school. I'm 34.
And still a top 30 player in the NBA.
Yeah, but you're paying.
He got drafted. He got drafted the year I graduated high school. I'm 34 years old. He's 37. I remember watching James Harden at Arizona State when I was in high school.
It's not 30 human beings in the NBA that play basketball better than James Harden. And if you want to include durability into that conversation,
fine.
You want to make
That's
a top
fine.
25.
Listen,
top 28.
I'm not arguing that. But if I'm the Clippers, bro, you have to get like this, like you're driving to a dead end. At some point in time, you have to make a turn. Especially especially if we all think, well, you guys think, if we all think they're gonna void Kawhi's contract or they're gonna suspend Kawhi for a crazy amount of time, you have to get off this off ramp at some point in time. And we're talking about, like I said, what does he want? We're talking about fucking James Harden. Have we not seen James Harden in the playoffs?
Yes,
and I love James Harden. Have we not seen this shit?
He lost to the Warriors.
He lost to a bunch of people. It wasn't just the Warriors.
How many people have more playoff points than James Harden? I'm pretty sure you're up there. He's had multiple deep playoff runs. He put that Houston team on his back. If Chris Paul hamstring didn't fall off, he might be a fucking champion right now. And all those losses,
they was not gonna beat the goddamn Cavaliers. You lying like a motherfucker.
They was better than that Cavs.
They wasn't beating the Cavs.
If they were better than they gave that worst team run like they did.
If LeBron James show his motherfucking ass up in the finals, and on the other side of half court when the ball is tipped, it's James Harden. We not losing.
Nigga, 27, 28.
We not losing. We not losing. Listen.
The same dude who was the system? The dude who literally, what? Let's remember what 2018, 2017 James Harden was. He was arguably the best player in the NBA. He was MVP that year.
Nigga. That was 2018. That wasn't the year that they would have.
You know, it's almost 10 years later.
And he's still a top 30 player in the NBA. We kind of making my point by saying that, like he's one of them ones. Like every once in a while, you have to.
Do you know what question, Joe? Joe. He's one of those guys. They don't grow on trees either.
They don't grow on trees.
Joe, can I ask you a question? You do math, right? What's the distance between 5 and 30?
25.
That's a lot of fucking people, gang.
Okay, well look,
that's a distance.
Kawhi Leonard has been playing like what, a top 10 player, top 6, top 7 player.
No, he hasn't been playing like a top 6 or 7 player, but he's having a great year though.
Yeah, see.
You want to tell me you can't name 7 players in the NBA right now better than Kawhi Leonard?
This season?
You want to tell me you can't name 7 players this year better than Kawhi Leonard?
This season?
Yes.
It'd be hard.
Okay, name me. Okay, look, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it.
You don't want to.
Wemby.
I mean, all right, push it to 10. All right, 10, 8. Okay, but that's 10 is still great, nigga. It's not that funny, bro. It's not that funny. It's not that funny. It's not that funny, bro. It's not that big of a deal.
I'm fucking crying.
Not that funny.
Oh my god, I'm crying, bro. I'm crying. I'm crying, dog.
That didn't take long at all.
International motherfuckers, bro. I know it was coming.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But all them Jokovic is about to start coming up and shit.
Oh my goodness! All right, man. And all of a sudden, I didn't know Joe was fanning for James Harden like that. I didn't know that.
Hey, yo, Cam. Your video is frozen. Can you log off and log back in?
Yeah.
Your video is frozen. Well, you good now. Wait, you good now. But moving on, because we can talk about this forever, and I'm about to go get some water real quick. I want to talk about what the Mavericks did, but more specifically, I want to talk about the Wizards because I think the Wizards have had a very interesting 2 months. Obviously, they picked up Trae Young, they picked up Anthony Davis. I think the Wizards for the better part of damn near decade have kind of been in limbo, and I think the Wizards finally now have some direction, especially having Sarr. They have Bub Carrington. They have what I think it's Trey Johnson. I think it is Trey Johnson. They have Trey Johnson.
Yeah, that's the one that shoot that light though.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have Keyshawn
George.
Yeah, Keyshawn. So, but basically,
and
they have
rookie has been balling too. The rookie has been balling.
Yeah,
Richard,
and and they have
Bilal.
Yeah. But now Koulibaly, like they finally seem like they have some actual direction. What do you think about Anthony Davis to the Wizards? Do you like it? Do you love it? I'll give you my opinion because I absolutely love it. But yeah, you guys say what you think.
Oh, I mean, I like it. I mean, obviously for next year, it should be something that could be nice. They bring everybody in. If they can get AD to buy into this Washington thing, because I definitely believe, and from reports that are saying they're kind of confirming that AD was kind of blindsided by this. He wasn't expecting to be sent to the Wizards. But if they can get AD to fully buy into what's going on over there, AD can understand that he actually playing with good players and whatnot. Because I don't think most people don't follow the Wizards. Keep it a beam. Most people don't know these guys. If they can get AD to buy in and he can understand that he's actually around talented players, Trae will be healthy next year. Trae and AD sounds like a hell of a duo. They complement each other very well. AD is a very good screen setter. AD is a very good lob catcher. AD is somewhat a floor spacer. So I think that'd be a great duo. And they have pieces surrounding them. AD also doesn't have to play the 5. He's going to be with Alexander Sarr, who can play that 5 spot. Take pressure off AD, something he's said over the years for whatever reason he does not want to do. So if they can give him the buy-in and embrace the city of Washington, embrace Washington, embrace the Wizards, they can be a problem next season. And they also have a lottery pick pending, so we'll see what they can grab with that. So I think it was a good pickup. Obviously, they're thinking long term. Obviously, not thinking this year. They're thinking long term. So hopefully that next year they can hit the ground running. They can be in those East sweepstakes. Like we said earlier in the podcast, the Eastern Conference is not some juggernaut. It's not a bunch of guys over there. who are seen as a favorite for the East. Kind of up for grabs even right now. Even though the Pistons are playing insanely good basketball, you got the Knicks. The Raptors have been good this year. It's nobody over there is looking like, oh, okay, they're for sure winning it. Let's not try to go for it. So I think it was a good move, definitely in the short term. They got that hell of a young core and working. So we'll see how they how this translates when they all get on the court. I think it could be interesting.
I think 6 years ago, you get Anthony Davis and Trae Young together, the league would have been shaken. The league would have been concerned.
To be fair as Washington, if you get anything in Washington, like Washington hasn't won 50 games since 1979, brother.
Wow. Wait, what?
Since their championship.
My boy, Wes Unseld?
Yes, actually, dead ass. Wes Unseld was on the team the last time Washington won. Wes Unseld, I don't even think is alive anymore. I think he's like not with us anymore. Unfortunately, Wes Unseld was on the team the last time they won 50 games. So anything in Washington, brother, is.
So, again, 6 years ago, I would have been interested in the pairing of Anthony Davis and Trae Young. Anthony Davis, we know he just doesn't play. He plays 17 games in the 2 years, in the year and a half with the Mavericks.
17 games?
I think it's been 17 total games.
No way. You can't take him serious, bro.
Yeah, I think it's been.
You can't take AD serious. That's the only thing. Like, I mean, in theory, it sounds good. It looks good on paper. But
yeah, like, this duel. Like, you get now. You get.
He got hurt his very first game as a Dallas Maverick. Like this, like it's just like that's sad. But like it's just like what are we doing? And to think that him like going to Washington, I don't think AD know who Kayshawn George is. I don't think AD knows who these people are. So AD, he doesn't. AD is in his mind. He's thinking, y'all traded me to perfect. Y'all traded me. He's probably mad. No, he's familiar with trade. He's not. I don't think he's happy with this. If they can somehow get him to buy in and get him to play 50 games,
they said it wasn't happening. So they said that AD wasn't.
Get him to somehow embrace this city and
of course he's not happy. But
I mean, like you deserve this, brother. Like you don't play. Like you are the reason why you are a big part of the reason why Nico Harrison got fired because of what you did once you got here. Not because of what happened before. You are a big reason why Nico Harrison got fired.
Nico got himself fired. Let's not blame AD for that.
I think that if you could have actually saw the Mavericks on the court, I think they would have looked good. If you could have actually saw them, you see how good Cooper Flag is a fucking monster, dude.
But
Cooper Flag is insane. If Cooper Flag was around actual good NBA players, that could be a 50 to 61 team if they were actually out there with all them.
But he had a chance to play this season, didn't he? And you're right. He's a part of the reason he got traded. He is part of the reason. But like you said, you can't trust Anthony Davis. You can't take him seriously. Trae Young, you can't really take seriously either. He has a lot of the same issues. He's played more games, but he has a lot of the same issues. Like I said, 6 years ago, you'd be tantalizing by the duel of the small point guard who shoots threes and gets assists with Anthony Davis, who can erase some of those miscomings that Trae Young has. However, we're a few years past both their primes, and I just don't think they're going to get much.
We're past Trae Young's prime, bro.
Yeah, I think Trae still has a lot to prove.
I don't
the way
think
he was treated. I think Trae still has a lot to prove. I think
Are you saying Trae Young can be an all-star? Is that what you're saying? In the all-star?
1,000%. Trae Young is 27 years old, bro. I don't think we're past Trae Young's prime, bro.
I think he has a lot to prove.
I think we might have seen Trae Young's better days. I would bet on that.
I don't think so.
That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair, Cam.
I don't think so, bro. Trae Young still, for all his worth this season, gave you basically 20-9.
Okay. Do you see his numbers going up or down here with the Washington Wizards?
Staying the same.
Staying right there.
10.
So still an unimpactful 20-10.
That's disrespectful. I mean, I guess.
What have the Hawks done? The Hawks been one time have they been past the second round, right?
I mean, is that team like
Donovan Mitchell ain't never been past the second round. We wouldn't say his points are unimpactful.
They do have pieces over there in Atlanta.
Wow. Yeah, they do have what?
I said they have pieces in Atlanta. They do have they have talent over there.
Also,
you thought they would be better than they were. I thought the Hawks would be better than they were.
Me too. I did.
And he didn't. He's not the leader that kind of people expected.
I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem with Trey in Atlanta was the fact of, again, like contract extension. You want a new deal. We don't want to give you more money. Washington's going to give him his money. Washington's going to pay him.
You think so?
1,000.
Yeah. Washington. They can't wait to have somebody. They need him.
The NBA is very biased against small guards.
Yeah, but they don't even have anybody on their books right now. That's the
running backs of the NBA, small guard. Nobody wants to.
Yeah, but they can.
That Darius Garland move. That's why I'm not a fan of that move. But.
Yeah, but they can. Yeah, but because of the fact Washington doesn't have like full books right now, because most of the guys are still on rookie deals, like Star second year. Like you don't have to pay these guys like a fee. They could easily afford to give them a 3-year deal for, I don't know, $40 million a year for 3 years. They could like afford to give him his money because of the fact that their books are clean. And you never know what's going to happen with AD. Obviously, like they said, that they didn't really consult Rich Paul. AD's not happy to be in Washington. He might not even be there in 2 years. He might be on the move again somewhere, which is a nasty way to go out if you're Anthony Davis. But still, he might be on the move again.
AD, man.
I mean, there's some good things to love about DC and the DC area. So
no!
If he gave it a chance, if he went outside and without people laughing at him,
he go to Rose Bar. He go to Rose Bar. Go to the Noble. He go, you know what I'm saying? Get him some women in the area. I don't know if he got a wife and a kid, but get him some women in the area. He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right in the DC area now.
In America, than Washington DC.
There is. Well, not, but we're talking. If he can perform without expectations, it's not going to be Los Angeles. It's not going to be Dallas. Now he can go there and kind of just be himself without nobody giving him a hard time. Because the Washington Wizards ain't really been that good. I don't think the expectations are there for the Wizards that they've been where he's been in Dallas and Los Angeles. So. What do you guys think about Jaren Jackson? Memphis, Pavy, you talked about blew it up earlier by getting rid of Baines in the offseason. Jaren Jackson now, apparently nobody wanted a job, but Jaren Jackson to the Utah Jazz. Do we like what they got in return? And what do you guys think about Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz? Do you believe in this little makeup thing that they're doing?
I think it's a little similar to what the Wizards are doing somewhat, In theory, they have a pretty good starting five on paper, which if everybody's healthy. Keontae George is having an exceptional season this year. You bring pairing with Laurie, and I think that the fact that they have Laurie and Kessler, that'll kind of cross X out the fact that Jaren Jackson is terrible rebound.
They have to resign Kessler.
They do, but I mean, I'd assume that to get done. I mean, Utah, but I mean, I think that it's a good fit for him. They're surrounding Jaren with two guys who rebound, Laurie and Kessler, and have obviously they got Ace Bailey. They got a nice, they have something to work with over there in Utah. Do I expect them to be a contending team anytime soon? Not really. But I also didn't expect Keontae George to explode to 23, 24 points per game this season. So I think that they are moving in the right trajectory. I like what Danny Ainge has been doing over there in Utah. This move definitely surprised me a little bit, but it's something to work with. It shows that it kind of shows the direction they're moving in. They want to somewhat compete in the near future. So in order to do that, you go get guys who, Jaren Jackson, who's a proven defender in this league, some guys who get you 18 a night, hit a couple threes. Get a couple blocks, and plug the paint a little bit, and contribute to winning in the near future, which looks like they're trying to do.
I fuck with it because I think that at some point in time, when you all these teams and you rebuilding, at some point in time you got to go from the rebuilding phase to trying to actually win games, right? And I think that Utah, when you look at their roster, you have Keontae George, you have Ace Bailey, you have Laurie Marketing, you have Kessler. You have Isaiah Collar off the bench.
He's been insane lately. Isaiah Collar, he had 20 assists the other night.
Facts. You have actual genuine pieces. It's time to try to win basketball games, bro. You can't just keep drafting more people and trying to develop more and more people. Like you have core pieces that you have to try to, go out there and win basketball games with. And I think that they did the right thing going to get Jaren. Like I think, granted, Jaren 1000% has his flaws, right? Like he doesn't rebound in basketball, which is fucking nuts. But at the same time, if you could put him and Kessler on the court together, right? You think you have one of the better front lines in basketball, and they all fit each other's timeline, right? Like everybody's in their 20s, right? So you think
they're in the timeline.
Yeah, so you think that you can keep this core together for at least like at least the next 3-4 years and see what you got, and it's been a minute since Utah has played competitive basketball. So I like what they did. Like again, I think that like I said, at some point in time, you can't just keep drafting talent. You have to try to win games at some point. And I think that they finally reached the point where they're trying to win games, and I respect them for doing it. And also, remember that's Danny Ainge over there. Danny Ainge knows what he's doing. He built this Boston Celtics, who are still winning games based off of what he built to this day. So,
but you say that, and you're not wrong, obviously, in saying that he is responsible for what the Celtics have done. However, we expected this turnaround in Utah to be a little bit quicker? It's been 6 or 7 years.
I don't think we thought that.
No, so you like the progression that you've seen out of Danny Ainge and the Utah Jazz.
Number one, it takes a while, bro. It's Utah. Like it's like this isn't LA, this isn't New York, this isn't Miami. Like it's hard to get people. First of all, let's be honest. Half the league black. How many niggas want to go to Utah? How many niggas lining up to go to Salt Lake City? Now, granted, I've been to Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City.
Why don't you tell us about Salt Lake City? You've been there.
Listen, I've been to Salt Lake City. I actually think there are worse NBA cities in Salt Lake City. I'd rather be in Salt Lake than Indiana. But how many niggas lining up to go to Salt Lake City? Let's be real. No,
bring him in there.
No. That's not what we said. Cam said he thought the turnaround in Utah would be quicker. I'm like, no, I didn't think it would be quicker because you have to remember this is still Utah, and I don't think many people are lining up to go to Utah. Like you could line up to go to LA. You could line up to go to Phoenix. You say, yo, I can go play in Phoenix. People play in Phoenix. You Texas. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to Houston. You'll go to Dallas. You go to Miami.
You go to Denver. To Denver.
No, you won't.
If you have your choice, obviously Utah is down the list, but it still is an NBA city now.
Barely.
They've been around for a while. I expected the turnaround. I mean, what are we at? It's not even a complete turnaround. We're just saying now that they have a direction, now that they have pieces, now they have expectations. We're 6 years into this. To where there's expectations, 7 years into this?
Not 7. No, it's not 7.
How long has Danny been there?
I think they got off the off ramp. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago,
when they traded Donovan and Gobert, when they got rid of both of them.
Yeah. That was like 4 seasons ago. It wasn't that long ago. They haven't been like a Sacramento Kings rebuild when they was rebuilding for like 15 straight years, or like a Timberwolves one. It's been like 4 years, bro. It wasn't that long.
Okay, it's not the Sacramento Kings in ineptness. I'll give you that. Yeah. But I truly did, in all jokes aside, expect them to be better than. So what we're looking at 5 years. Gobert has been in Minnesota, so it's been 4 years. Okay, since 22.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, you look at what they did. They picked up Larry Marketing in a trade. They drafted Kessler. They drafted Keontae George. They drafted Ace Bailey. Like they've been doing work. I don't want to say behind the scenes, but they've been doing work behind the scenes on this squad for a minute, and I like what they did. And again, like I said, I like going to pick up Jaren Jackson. I think now it's time. I like what Utah and I like what Washington both did, right? I think both of those teams looked at what they had on their roster. They figured out that they have some guys. They have some franchise cornerstones. And it's like, yo, let's go get some veterans and let's try to win basketball games, bro. Like, you cannot rebuild forever. If you rebuild forever, you become the Kings. Literally. Where they tried to rebuild for 15 fucking straight years and never made no moves to get no real like guys in there to try to go out there and win basketball games. You have to get some guys in there to go out and try to actually win basketball games. So I like what both of these squads did. And also, both of y'all got y'all picks. And the Jazz got many more picks. Well, they traded. Well, they traded a bunch of them to the Grizzlies, but they did great GMing. Like the picks that they got for Rudy and the picks they got for Donovan, shipped them off and get you some real veterans in there. And like now their first 8 guys looks like an actual NBA basketball.
Yeah, real team. Yeah, and they have their pick. They do have their pick, and they're not going to be in the playoffs obviously this year. So they're in a prime position to utilize their pick or add depth, add more youth in depth. So they're not in a terrible position. I just thought it would be quicker. I thought Danny Ainge, it took him, I won't even say it took him a while, but he did get Jason Tatum fell in his lap. He did get Jason Brown. And then those two kind of led the charge. But he's put
no, we can't say Tatum fell in his lap because you got to remember that was like great GM, and they had the number 1 pick that year. Traded it to the 76. They traded back in the draft. They
tricked the 76ers into thinking that they were going to take Markelle Fultz.
They actually traded down because they got the number 1 pick that year. They traded down. Philly got the number 1 pick. They got the 3rd pick. It's for that 3rd pick. They picked Markelle and they ended up with Tatum.
Yeah, they tricked the Sixers that year.
And taking Jaylen Brown, I think 3rd now looks fine, but at that time that
he looked a little crazy.
Yes.
He wasn't that good at Berkeley. He wasn't that good.
Jaylen Brown was like projected to go like 7th or 8th. And it was actually a reach at the draft, and it was shocking to people at the draft that they actually picked him that early. So like
because he was supposed to do a lot of similar things that Tatum did, but he was more defensive focused.
He got there first. Jaylen got there first. Tatum came next year.
Yeah, Jaylen was there first. He only averaged like 8 points his rookie year.
Yeah.
And then next year.
Well, Tatum was supposed to be like the, and dare I say it. I'm not even gonna say it. Tatum was supposed to be like 24-esque. The thought that he would be when he was coming out of college. That's why that was a good pick, and that make the Sixers pick even worse.
Fair, but
the Sixers decision even worse.
Moving on, I want to talk about the Bulls, man. What my hometown team?
You tell me what these Bulls are doing. I expect I thought Kobe White was going to get his jersey retired.
I thought they'd be able to get more. They dragged that Kobe White situation out way too long just for College Sexton.
They did. I think that the Bulls, right? I think that the Bulls have been avoiding a full rebuild, I feel, since D Rose's injury. I think that also shout out D Rose for getting his jersey retired and like what that just means to the city of Chicago and what that means to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was somebody who grew up in the D Rose era. I like vividly remember D Rose playing in high school. Like I watched those games. So, him getting his jersey retired, incredible, is dope. But they've been avoiding.
Hey, Pavy, real quick, just off the subject a little bit. Being from Chicago, do you agree with what Draymond was saying that
it depends on your age and how old you are, right? Like I think if you're 25 years old, yes, Derrick Rose means more to you than Michael Jordan. For me, no. Again, I was raised with my grandma. My grandma was 66 when I was 6. The only thing we had in common was we both liked Michael Jordan. Like I was born in 1991. Like I was born in between games 2 and 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 1991. So I remember the last 3-peat. Like I vividly remember them winning. So I think it like depends on like what age you are, right? Like I think if you're, like I said, 30 and younger, I understand why you might say that. The answer is no. Like the answer is no. Like bro, like without Michael Jordan, Derrick Rose probably doesn't exist. Without Michael Jordan, the only thing you know about Chicago is Al Capone and pizza. I'm dead ass serious. I'm not even lying. Like it's probably like Al Capone and pizza. So the answer is
the Sears Tower. We knew the Sears Tower.
Okay, Sears Tower, Al Capone and pizza without Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan made me feel like Chicago was the center of the universe, right? Like when people like I was never big on going to New York because I'm like, I'm from Chicago. We be beating New York ass. Fuck New York. I don't want literally fuck New York. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So Michael Jordan made me feel like Chicago was like the center of the world. So we don't even probably get a Derrick Rose without what Michael and Scotty and what that Bulls team brought to the city. But I understand if you are like a 30-year-old, a 28-year-old, and like, some of your first memories of being a fan of basketball was that D Rose team. And again, because again, you got to realize what that really meant for the city, bro. Like you ain't never seen nobody who really came up really on the south side. Really, like, bro, Scott has a story of D Rose owing him $5 because they hooped in the backyard and like he didn't have money for pizza.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like Scott, like so Scott's, I'm telling
Barber
you,
chair Scott?
yeah. So like I'm telling my man's life, but like his 2 doors down, his next door neighbor played at Simeon and hooped on the squad with D Rose. So when D Rose was like a freshman, he had came over his crib and they all went to go hoop. And D Rose didn't have money for pizza. So they all like put in like bread and like got pizza. And like D Rose didn't pay. Like people know, bro. Like people literally, like, bro, really came up on the south side, really hooped, really was outside, went to Beasley, went to like Simeon, won state championships, especially when like city schools weren't winning state championships. Like every time a city school went downstate, they would get their ass beat by some white school from downstate because they just played better. So it's like and then he goes away to Memphis for a year, comes back, gets drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and then wins MVP as a kid from Chicago, playing with your hometown squad. Like you can't write a better storybook than that. And then again, obviously, like he gets hurt and things of that nature. Like I remember the day he got hurt, bro. Like I remember I was watching the game, like, man, they're gonna beat their ass. I went to sleep, woke up, and this is the point in time where like on Twitter, I only follow Chicago people. Bro, you would have thought the president died, G. Bro, when I woke up, you would have thought the president died, bro. Like literally. So like I fully get it. Like I fully get what he means to the city. And again, why that moment of him getting his jersey, really that whole team just in general, bro. Like outside of like the 90s, what have the Chicago Bulls really done? You can say those 70s teams, don't nobody remember that shit. Unless you was like that team outside of the 90s is really all the Bulls have had really in their franchise. So I get why somebody might say that, especially if you're younger. The answer is no, but I get why somebody might say that if you're younger. But as far as the Bulls go, I'm happy they finally just took the step to like finally just rebuild, bro. Like it's not gonna work. Vucevic, like these teams were cool, but it's time to actually like rebuild and actually at least try to build something else. And the only way that you can build is kind of by being bad for real. Because for whatever reason, the Bulls don't really get free agents. Nobody ever really signs with Chicago for the most part. Like they never get top of the line free agents. So it's time to, you know what I'm saying? Like you do have Josh Giddey, you do have Buzelis, you have pieces, but it's time to build around, you know what I'm saying, some of those guys. So I like what the Bulls did. I think that the returns they got, I'm with you, Joe. I think they probably sold too late on Kobe White. You probably should have traded Kobe last season, right? Like I think you probably should have traded Kobe last season when he was off and not this year. So I think you probably sold too late on certain people, but I like what they did.
What do you guys think of Simons? Simons coming there from Boston. I thought
Simons is going to be there for literally 2 months. He may as well not even not even get a condo. He may as well live in a hotel.
They're buying him out. They're not going to keep him. What kind of? I thought Simons was going to say he was going to replace Jason Tatum is a bit much. I thought he was going to try to fill in. I thought he was going to fill in that void. That scoring void that Boston
never had that type of trajectory with the Celtics.
No, you didn't.
Stop yourself right there, man. No,
you didn't think that. No part of you thought that. You didn't think that. Anthony Simons did what he was there to do. He came in and he got them a piece.
He's coming off the bench, brother.
He came in, played, and he got them a piece that they can use next year. Like Vucevic, when you look at the Boston Celtics roster, they had one hole for real, which was the big man. Like I like
Kata better than him.
I like Kata
better than Vucevic.
Brother, relax. I like Kata, but he gave him some backline depth that I think, especially when you look at the way Boston likes to play basketball, with like playing 5 out. He basically kind of gave them a little bit of what they lost when they lost KP.
A little bit fair.
Somewhat fair. Yeah.
Fair.
KP is way better, but I get it. I get this.
I don't think KP is way better.
KP is way better. He's 7'3".
KP has been sick for 2 years.
If you want to include that, but I mean, just player for player, Porzingis kind of blows him out the water.
If you are sick for 2 years, so sick you can't play, I can't say you're better.
Look, if you replace Vucevic with Porzingis when they win the championship, they don't win the championship that year.
That's fine. That was 3 years ago, brother.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
you know how much different shit was 3 years ago?
Player for player.
AI didn't even exist 3 years ago, for real.
Not close, brother.
We could not make AI memes 3 years ago. I log on Instagram, all I see is AI memes. 3 years is a long ass time ago, brother.
I get it.
So what does Kuminga go into the Hawks?
Actually, let me put a different graphic up. Winners before you get into it, who are your winners of the trade deadline? Who do you think, what people do you think did the best work on the trade deadline?
Go ahead, Joe.
Cam, you can get to your Kuminga take. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I think I don't know. Kuminga going to the Hawks was my question was more for the Golden State Warriors. Ever since Draymond Green said, organizations, I forget which player he was referring to, but he said organizations should take more responsibility for not developing players or players not developing under their regime than players should be taking blame for not developing. And then ever since then, we've had the big man Wiseman that they haven't developed, that they drafted and haven't developed. Now we have this Kuminga situation. Like, the Warriors should be taking more responsibility for letting these players out the door. And that's kind of the question I wanted to know about Kuminga from you guys. Do you guys agree with that? The Warriors should be taking more responsibility for not developing Wiseman, for Jonathan Kuminga not developing under the regime.
Yeah, for sure. Like, who had the quote when they asked him about Kuminga? Was that Dunleavy when they said Kuminga, in order to be traded, y'all just got to be a demand for you? I mean, brother, it's kind of your fault that there's no demand for him. He's been getting DNPs the last 2 months. Like, how can you? There's no demand for him. You ain't been playing.
That was Dunleavy. Like, it was weird to hear Dunleavy talk like this.
That doesn't make any sense. It's kind of your fault that he isn't. There's no demand for him. That's a bad way to manage the asset that you obviously want to trade. So I mean, they do kind of shoot themselves in the foot with this. Like you said, they are where they are right now because they missed in multiple drafts. They had the opportunity to, rebuild that championship culture, rebuild what they had going in the draft, and they failed. So they it is kind of all on them. And when you do get those young players, you got to work with them. You got to put them in positions to win. They failed to do so. I mean, Kuminga had even you have to trade them when they're at their height. Kuminga had a stretch last year when he was averaging like 24 and like 6. And I mean, they just what they do after that? They just kind of sat on him. I mean, they didn't. You trade him right. If that's what you're going to do, you trade him right there when he does have that demand. I'm pretty sure people pick up the phone and listen to Kuminga offers when he was doing that for a certain period of time. But I mean, you don't trade him then. Wiseman ends up being a dead asset. He's somewhere out the league. Who else did they pick in that time? I mean,
Moses Moody.
Brandon Podzeski, not much. Moses Moody hasn't been much. I mean, it's just like it's a repeating process. Their window didn't fully shut until they missed on all those picks. They still had a chance.
No, I don't even think that they quote unquote missed on the picks. I think that the problem is when you have Steph, because of the way Steph plays and because Steph is such, the way you say Steph has gravity, there's consequences that come with like playing with Steph.
Consequences?
Yeah, like you can't get your game off. Kuminga want to get his game off. You can't get your game off.
That don't make man. That's more.
It does make you can't get your game off.
If anything, that Steph gravity is supposed to compliments other guys. It makes
it don't.
That's what you would think. That's
like bro. If I'm James, like, real quick, if I'm James Wiseman, I'm the number 2 pick in the draft. Usually, when you're the number 2 pick in the draft, you go to a terrible fucking team. Meaning that like you're gonna get the ball, you're gonna get your post-ups, you're gonna get your touches. In Golden State, it's set a screen and roll. I don't want to fucking do this shit.
That's back to his original point. That's them frying their own assets. Draymond, everybody don't have to be a fucking dribble handoff. You want everybody to be Draymond. Everybody can't be a dribble handoff.
If you playing with Steph, that's kind of what you gotta do. You can't get your game off.
That's not true. That's not true.
It kind of is, bro. You can't get your game off.
They forced that and they dug their own grave.
Bro.
It does not have to be that way.
Bro.
Was Jordan Poole running? Jordan Poole got out there. Ain't nigga sub Jordan Poole. He get in the game doing whatever the hell he want. And they won 60
He
games.
wasn't doing whatever. He wasn't doing whatever the hell.
Wasn't doing whatever
He wasn't doing whatever. Also,
but that's why they got rid of him too, Joe. That's why they got rid of him too.
That's not why they got rid of him.
Well, I mean, among other things,
Draymond punching his face off.
Among other things.
I don't think that it had to be that way. I think that
But Jordan Poole's game is different though, bro. Yeah, but Jordan Poole's game is different. He's also can set shoot. Like he's also a shooter. Like his game is different than what Kuminga is. Kuminga, you gotta give. Like Kuminga, you got to give him the ball and just let him rock. But letting him rock looks different than what it looks like for Jordan Poole. And yes, that did work for one season. It was great. I just think with the way it's like playing with LeBron, right? If you play with prime LeBron, get your ass to the fucking corner. Like, I'm sorry, or even prime Harden, get your ass to the corner, bro. You're not finna be able to get your game off like that. If you play with Steph, set them goddamn screens so he can run around them shit.
Wasn't in the corner.
Is that
Jordan Poole wasn't in the corner? I tell you, you're not gonna see him live.
So I never even considered that. Great point, Pavy. When you're looking at playing with the LeBron versus playing with Steph, I never considered Steph being a difficult guy to play with because you're forced to run this one system. Is that? I'm trying to figure out. What I'm trying to figure out is the players' development, because I don't think Wiseman was junk, even though he did go to Detroit and not perform, and I think where did he go to Phoenix and not perform?
Trash as hell.
But
you also ruined at that point though. Like you come in, it don't go right, you get hurt. Next year you come back. No, listen. Next year you come back and y'all already in championship contention. So it's like we can't really develop you because we still trying to win and we still trying to win with this core.
I think that's really what happened with Wiseman versus him being weak. They didn't have any. They didn't take any time to develop.
Niggas copping pleas for James Wiseman in the Big 2026.
LaMelo Ball might have went there and may never be an all-star.
No, LaMelo Ball would have developed. He would have did what Poole did.
And they would have traded him because you wildin'. The second he would have shot a goddamn one-legged three-pointer in game 6 of the fucking semifinals, they would have sat his ass the fuck down and he'd be on a trade block the next day.
He does what Poole does 10 times better than Poole, though.
Did you hear what I just said?
That can play make.
That's worse. A stupid Poole? Poole already stupid.
No, I said super Poole. Like
he also like a stupid Poole. I ain't never seen Jordan Poole. I ain't never seen Jordan Poole take a one-legged step back three at a pivotal time.
You haven't? Oh,
no.
You forgot you didn't do your Googles on the 2022 Warriors. You forgot Jordan Poole was out there wilding, G. He was out there. He get in the game just doing whatever. I'm like, damn, okay, it's working. Hey, he's getting to it though.
But
Pavy, you asked a question earlier. You said who won the trade? Who won the trade deadline?
Of the trade deadline. Who do you think were the winners of the trade deadline?
I think for reasons that I'm gonna give Joel some credit for the reasons that Joel mentioned earlier. The Cleveland Cavaliers won the trade deadline.
Not mad at that
because they get Harden, they get this two guard, upgrade from Garland, and to match up with Donovan Mitchell, and it makes them. I was not interested in the Cavaliers and had no faith or confidence in the Cavaliers doing anything in the playoffs before last week. Now that they add Harden to the mix, now that makes this more intriguing and interesting.
Not even like Harden is a big part of it, but not just Schroeder and Keon Ellis are huge.
They weren't getting anything from Lonzo Ball this year. They weren't
Schroeder and Keon Ellis are huge pickups. Like I'm with you. I do love what the Cavs did because of the fact that I'm with you. Like I think that this Cavs thing wasn't going anywhere. Right, like right. It wasn't. You had two small guards. Garland be hurt. It wasn't going anywhere. Adding Harden, who you know can play. Also, we've seen what Harden has done for bigs. I saw him with Clint Capella. I seen him with Zubac. Now he get to play with, and also Evan Mobley.
Yeah, two of them, Mobley and
Allen, and also Mobley and Chet Holmgren may be two guys who like we look at and they may never actually develop the way that we think they're going to develop. And they just may be a guy who's like 18 points, right? Yeah. Like they just maybe 18 points. So if he is 18 points, like he needs help to be able to score. So I like adding Harden. And again, Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis, I think are the biggest like low key pickups to me. So I'm with you. I like what the Cavs did, and low key, I like what OKC did, man.
Talking about adding Jerry McCain.
I like picking up Jerry McCain.
I like that. That's essentially their first. That's essentially their first round pick right there. And you get a guy who's been in the league now. By the time, he played today. Actually, he played today, so he's been in the league, eating NBA food, flying on NBA planes for over a year now. So he's not a rookie. He's gonna come in there and he's gonna give you something because he's been kind of you don't want to say what shelled up. He wants to prove that Philadelphia made a mistake. He came in the league rocking with Philly. He got hurt. Then somebody else took the shine. Edgecombe comes in this year. Maxey obviously games it even improved even more. So that kind of left him kind of now wanting to prove himself. Go to AKC, get to OKC, play behind Shea and Jay Will. Oh my goodness! All his points is going to be gravy points in games. All his points are, and he knows how to play the game, so he's going to score.
And again, like he's young, right? Like so he fits the timeline of what they got going on with their team, and they don't have to pay him for 2-3 more years still. So and Shea just got hurt. Shea had the ab injury. Shea also just got hurt. Like, so don't know how many, games he's gonna miss. So I love what they did picking up him. But I think the biggest winner of the deadline, I want to say the Pacers, bro. Like I know we talked about it already, but I think adding Zubac to that team, especially, if everybody can come back next season and be healthy, you still have Nembhard, you still have, Halliburton, you still have Siakam, and you adding Zubac into that mix, who I think Zubac is like the Marc Gasol of our time. And I think that to me, that's probably the biggest one. I think KP to the Warriors would be great, but Jimmy's hurt. And also, how much is KP really going to play?
Right. How much is he going to play? That's my biggest thing. That was a weird move because it's like it
wasn't a weird move.
Are they making a move? Do you make a move like that to say, Steph, we're doing something, or do you make a move like that to actually make a difference? I thought the move was more symbolism than anything else because we don't expect KP to play a lot. Like you said, he's been sick with some unknown diagnosis.
I don't like that pick. I don't like the KP pickup at all.
So you just make a move.
I'm about to type a running joke in the chat. I'm not gonna say it online, but I'm about to type a running joke in the chat. Hold on, but keep talking.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not. I'm kind of questioning that move. You pick him up. Is Steph buying that? Does Steph say, "Okay, now we're good. We got KP in the team. Now we're good. Now I'm not frustrated no more." Like I don't know that he does.
Look at the private chat, man. Look at the private
chat. I'm not sure he does that, but so I'm not sure. And the Cleveland Cavaliers move is gonna take an impact this year. Indiana's move won't be so impactful until next year. That's what I'm gonna give the Cavaliers a nod on who won the trade deadline.
Joe, who you think?
What'd you say?
Who you think
who won that trade deadline? Joe. What you say?
On me?
Yeah.
Who won the trade deadline?
Oh, me personally, I think that I'm more on a neutral slate. I don't know if we really have a winner this deadline. I think I see a lot of missed opportunities. Like I think the Lakers missed opportunity to go grab an actual big who would catch a lob. I wanted the Rockets to go out and grab a point guard to substitute for what they missed out on Fred VanVleet. That has been a glaring issue in every game. I'm not sure I watched the Rockets, but they need somebody who manage the game better. I wanted Detroit to go out and get some more scoring. I know they've been playing well, but I do still think they need a little more of a scoring punch if they want to actually win the East. I think obviously I like what the Cavs did and the Pacers. They made decent moves, but I don't think nobody really propelled themselves, put them over the top. I'm not too sold on those moves. I do like the Cavs move, but I'm gonna say it's neutral. I see a lot of really missed opportunities, across the league. That's how I look at it.
You know who didn't miss an opportunity?
You said what?
You know who didn't miss an opportunity? And I'm saying this based off of vibes. I don't know how much he gonna do, but Jose Alvarado finna turn the Garden up.
Oh wow!
Jose Alvarado finna turn the Garden up. I don't know what he gonna do on the court, but Jose Alvarado gonna turn the guard up. G, they gonna have the Puerto Rican flags flying at half in the Bronx. Mid Bad Bunny performance. They gonna have the Puerto Rican flag flying at half in the Bronx.
His jersey sales. He might have the most jersey sales in the second half of the season.
He might. That Jose Alvarado Knicks jersey is going platinum. But last topic before we get off here, because I'm about to touch streets, Joe. I think that's you that's making the feedback go crazy. Losers of the deadline. Who do you think lost? Who do you think clearly could have done something or you just hate the trade that they made? Who are losers of the trade deadline? I'll tell you who my loser is. Cam Thomas. He got cut. Getting cut is nuts. Getting cut after 20 and getting cut. You couldn't trade me for a second round pick, G.
Right. In today's world.
Nah, bro. Fight me, gang. You cut me. You had to cut me. Cut.
That's facts.
No, but you picked up the phone and called all 30 teams. What is 32? 32?
Yeah, 32. They probably didn't call him. That's why he got cut.
That's even worse. You didn't even try to pick up the phone to call him and trade me. You just said, you know what, brother? We just gonna cut you. They don't want you. They don't want you. On. They don't want you. So for me, it's Cam Thomas. And if I had to pick an actual team, oh man, a team that I feel lost out. Man, losers as a team.
How can it be anybody other than Dallas Mavericks?
I see.
At least they got rid of a bad ass.
No, but see, I don't think Dallas lost, bro. Like, I think that they did what they should have done. I think that, like, now granted, I came in saying Cooper Flag was gonna be Josh Smith. He shut me the fuck up because clearly he can clearly he can score the basketball. He got moves. So
Team
now
USA,
you look at
Team USA. So Flag lead us to that gold medal.
So now when you look at Cooper Flag, you have to do what you can to build around Cooper Flag, and also your timeline has now switched, right? Your timeline has now switched. So I don't mind what they did as far as like getting picks because you didn't really have that many. So I don't mind what they did as far as like the Dallas Mavericks, in my personal opinion. But yeah, you guys go. Losers of the deadline. Who do you think lost?
My loser, I'm going with the Golden State Warriors. I mean, you dragged this Kuminga thing out across the entire free agency, and you finally decide to give him money. You give him a 2-year deal. You drag it all the way out to the very last minute of the free agency. After that, you start off the season playing him a little bit. He has some good flashes. Then you send him right back to the bench. You completely deplete his value, and then you blame him for it in the media. And then you get a guy for him who has, like we said, an undiagnosed illness and probably isn't going to play or actually be able to impact the game. I think that the Warriors completely botched this situation. I think that they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Steph Curry, this is a very bad way to end his career. He's very elite. He's a starter for the All-Star game. He's getting you 28 a night, still shooting the hell out the ball, still doing his job at a very elite level, and you bring him Porzingis for asset situation you dragged out way too long and you completely misused and you abused to go along with all these young players you got around him that don't produce. Yeah, I think it's the Warriors. I don't know what they've been ever since. Who was it that somebody what name was it? Bob Myers that stepped down? That's him, right?
Bob
Myers just he stepped down. I'm not sure what's going on over there, and it's I don't think Steph will ever ask out, but if he did, he'd be very justified because they have not done a good job of putting a good team around him since they won in 2022.
That's young Dunleavy over there. I wouldn't. That's a good pick, Joe. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. That's young Dunleavy over there. I question that as well. I just think the Mavericks, in conjunction with getting rid of Luka, I guess that's kind of I can't unsee that situation. They get rid of Luka and what he continues to do, and the guy you got rid of him for played 17 games for you. And then you end up shipping them off for less than you got. I mean, the package he got for Anthony Davis is pitiful in comparison to what you traded for Luka. It's pitiful. So that's why I say the Mavericks, in my opinion.
Fair. What was I about to say? Oh, one last thing I did want to say. Paul George suspended for what do we think? What do we? What do we
hear
think?
that is rumor? They say he's taking ketamine.
Huh?
They say he was taking ketamine. That's what the drug was.
Why was he taking ketamine?
He said he was depressed, something like that. You know, that's
you don't take ketamine. You know what? All right. You know what? You know what, man? You know what,
that's
man?
Just a rumor, though. I don't know if it's true or not. But
you know what? Rumor? I don't know. Listen, it's 2026. I'm not gonna play with nobody mental health. You know what I'm saying? You be cool how you be cool, but getting suspended 25 games for mental health is nuts, and it sounds a little fishy. I'm gonna just say that.
Well,
yeah, also
the
mad money. The Sixers saved mad money with him being suspended.
They did. Also, the funny shit was the funny shit. Oh, like if you like go on TikTok, it's like a video of the game before he was doing like 360 windmill dunks, like the landline.
So they just came.
Yeah, like 30 points. Yeah, like 30 points. Hold on.
He blew his spot up for sure.
Like that was drug test. He do a 360 windmill? No.
Come on, bro. You supposed to be just recovering from an injury, man. Come on.
Nah, bro. What you doing? We haven't seen you do that since Dame hit that shot in your face, brother. What you doing? What you doing, brother?
Come talk to us. Come on over here and talk to us.
Nah, brother.
That's a funny one, man.
Go ahead, Cam.
I was just gonna say, man, enjoy the game tomorrow, fellas. Thanks for the time, man. Let's get out of here. And
of course, bro.
Let's keep an eye on what's going on, man. We know Joe don't like what the Clippers has done. We want the Cavaliers. So did the Cavaliers get better, Joe? Are the Cavaliers now?
Oh, the Cavaliers definitely got better.
In your opinion, are the Cavaliers now Eastern Finals or Eastern Conference champion contenders?
They're definitely Eastern Conference Finals contenders for sure. Yeah,
okay.
They definitely got better. I mean, if you remember last year, Darius Garland was hurt again, dealing with more issues. He left Mitchell out there to die. Mitchell was out there going, 30, 40 balls. He looked exhausted. It was on his face. So now you get one of the better playmakers, one of the better scorers in the history of the sport to come there and bring some pressure off of you. I think that's a real good look. And then also, I mean, he's also expected to, Evan Mobley still somewhat has untapped potential, believed by a lot of people. Not necessarily sure I believe, but a lot of people still believe Evan Mobley has untapped potential. So if Hart can come through and, make a game easier for him, and maybe he can, get sort of part of his game we never seen. Tyson has been exceptional this season, hell of a role player for them. He's stepping into his role. So I definitely think the Cavs with that addition. Harden as a second/third option should be a great pickup for them. It should take a lot of pressure off Donovan Mitchell out there in playoffs and just in regular season in general.
My last question for the both of y'all. Thanks for having me. Does Luke Kennard make a difference with the Lakers, Joel?
No.
He does. My main issue with Luke, he definitely makes a difference. I mean, you get Gabe Vincent can throw a pin in the ocean. Okay, but the thing is, my only thing with Luke Kennard is he's shooting 49% from three, but the volume is low. If the Lakers can generate him 6 or 7, 8, quality looks from 3 a night, it'll be a hell of a pickup. But if he's out there still shooting 2, 3 threes a night, the volume with no volume, it's not really gonna make much of a difference. But if Redick and that staff and those guys could bring some life with him and get him involved in the offense, and he obviously because Luka and LeBron and Reeves, they have their own gravity for sure. So the look should be there. If he can knock them down and shoot some shoot the ball like he's supposed to, then it could be a good pickup. But it all depends on if they give him the minutes and they set him, put him in that position.
You gonna put them 3 white boys on the court, boy. Everybody is licking their chops, boy. I call it ISO.
Hey,
if them 3 white men take the court with Aiden behind me, boy, I am ISOing every fucking play. Every play will be a goddamn ISO.
You gotta stop him. The score might be 140 to 145. As long as the team is 145, we win the game.
He gonna fit right. He gonna fit right in LA because ain't nobody playing no defense.
Ain't nobody playing no defense.
The score might be 140 to 145. As long as you got 145, we win the game, baby.
Stick them 3 white men on the court with Bron and with Anthony Davis. I am not Anthony Davis. Aiden, DeAndre Aiden, dominating. If you stick the 3 white men on the court,
I told you he was trash.
If you
preseason pod, I told you he was trash.
If you stick the 3 white men on that court with Bron and DeAndre Aiden, boy, I am calling ISO every goddamn play. I'm actually putting my playbook up. We playing free ball. ISO. That's what we doing.
Hey, you gotta stop us too, though. On the other end, you gotta stop us too, brother. Hey, everybody don't
every single play,
have a defense and the offense. Hey, we gotta, as long as they all doing the offense and they hitting shots, it's gonna be hard to beat. Yeah, still gotta stop us. We might not be able to stop y'all, but y'all gotta stop us too.
Hey, thanks for letting me Thanks for letting me join you guys, man. Hit me up on Voice of the Fans every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on these airwaves. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can find me at _Voice of the Fans during the week on Twitter at _Voice of the Fans. Holler at you fellas soon. Pavy, when's the release? What's the next release?
I'm working on a project right now. I want to put it out. This is February. I want to put it out in March. So I want to put out a project called I'm Sorry I'm Jaded in March.
All right, can we get a West Coast girls? You out here playing with New York women. You've been out there playing with the Spanish women. Can we get a West Coast woman?
I have been playing with the Spanish women. I got you. I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I felt some kind of way, Joe, when I saw I'll do it.
New York vibes, New York. Come on, man.
LA girls.
And I'm like, Joe, where does dude grow up at?
You also doing a Bachelor Part 3?
Yeah, it's gonna be called the Bachelor International.
Okay.
Or the International Bachelor.
That's the International. Bachelor International.
Okay, International Bachelor might come off the tongue a little better.
International Bachelor actually is fire. So I might, actually, thank you.
I want some credits. I want some copyright credits.
I got you. But love, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I love you, fellas, man. Thanks for letting me be a part of the show, man. Holla at you.
Let us know you back in LA.
Facts. All right, man. Get your plug in, Joe, because I'm about to touch streets. So get your plug in, Joe.
Appreciate y'all. It's Joel R. Wilson on Instagram, at the Jolt on Twitter. This was a fun episode. Shout out Pavy, shout out Cam. Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun this last hour or so, hour plus. Looking forward to this, this last stretch of NBA games and All-Star Weekend. Like I said in the beginning of the show, I am really looking forward to All-Star Weekend in Inglewood for the first time in my lifetime. So, yeah.
I'm going to say about All-Star Weekend, don't call me. Call them NBA.
It's me, though. I can call you, though, right?
You can call me, yes. You the homie. You can call me. Don't call them NBA. Call them NBA people. Don't call my line. My phone will be damn near on D&D. I'm not responding. Do not call me. I cannot help you. You can call me because you're the homie, but no.
Call Vanderbilt.
Call Vando. Don't call Pav. Call Vando. He got you. I ain't got you. But yeah, as always, man, thank y'all for watching, man. It was a great time. I had fun. Go check out my new record, NY Girls. Keep streaming my music, all of that, and we'll see y'all next time, man. We get out of here. They thought it was over.